everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm reacting / watching the women's Olympic road race. I'm watching the highlights. The men's road race that I reacted to, I hadn't seen the result of it, so I was watching it and I was kind of reacting to it in real time. This time, however, I know the result of the women's road race. I'm sure a lot of you do as well. And it was an incredible ride from Anna. But because I know the result, I'm not going to go like too deep into this. You were commenting on the last video of the men's road race and you were saying like, you need to do them for the women's road race because like it looked like the race just like went to like poop for some of the teams. 40-minute highlights. Thank you, GCN.
Hello, good morning, welcome along, thanks for your company.
So I'm pretty excited to watch this highlight actually of the women's road race because I have a feeling it's going to be more exciting than the men's race, or at least more tension maybe, judging by what I read on Twitter and Facebook and Discord. Actually, our Discord channel was blowing up, people shouting and screaming in support of Anna taking the win in this road race. Because it's potentially, what people have been saying, is like one of the best performances in a road race that they've ever seen. I'm intrigued. This is me all over. That's me all over that. Cake. No, it's not cake, but still. So it turns out the women's road race is like considerably shorter, 137 kilometers. But still a fair amount of climbing. I think we can agree. You know, 2,500 meters of climbing, 140k. Still a lot. It's a good VAM ratio there. I would definitely give them kudos for that. I'm a sucker for a good amount of climbing per hour of riding. And the important thing to notice in the elevation graph for the whole route is that there's a fair amount of downhill. So I'm sure that is going to affect whatever happens if a breakaway has formed. Okay, here we go. We're just deneutralized and there's an attack already. 3 riders off the front. The Austrian rider. Surely that's not the same Austrian rider that wins the event. 4, 5, 6 riders roughly trying to get into this very early move with 135k to go. Always happens, obviously. You always, like, it's a no-brainer that you get a breakaway, but the bunch, how is that bunch so small? There must be like 50 riders in that group. Oh, I can see a problem here already. So like, if you've got a bunch that small, it's like being in a breakaway. So if you've got a breakaway where there's like 30 riders in the breakaway, which you see in a lot of Grand Tours, what always happens when the breakaway is that big? You always get people who either look at other people to do work and they just sit on. That's kind of like probably what's going to happen here, because all this hype has been built in with the Dutch team. Am I right? Like the 4 of them, or the 3. Well, there's 4 of them, but you know, Van der Breggen, Van Vleuten, Marianne Vos. Like, which of those 3 is leading this team? Because surely they can't all go for gold. Well, they can, but you've got to have somebody who's, you know, going to be a designated leader. Otherwise, you know, and if everybody in this bunch is like looking at that team to do the work, then you can't let a breakaway get. As I'm saying that, the breakaway just comes up here. They've got 9.5 minutes advantage with 66k to go. What is going on here? You can't let a breakaway get 10 minutes with 66k to go. You know, 66k. It's only like 40 miles. Like. To close 10 minutes in 40 miles, you need to be pressing on a fair bit. And if there's no cohesion, we're now 58k to go and the gap is 8.5 minutes. So they've brought it down a fair bit. All right, fair enough. Still, it doesn't seem to be, what I'm seeing on the screen is like a lot of teams are just like, a lot of the bunch, again, the bunch is extremely small. There's a lot of bunching up in the bunch going on. There's not a lot of like at a bit of an arrowhead formation and start riding to close this gap down. I mean, this is what you'd expect to see. You know, you'd expect to see people riding this breakaway back now. It's interesting actually you don't see a lot of the Dutch girls near the front, considering they were the ones that were hyped to do the damage. They're probably just saving their matches by sitting back in a bunch a little bit. And at the end of the day, with a bunch this small, you can get away with sitting further back because, you know, the chances of you getting caught up behind something are quite slim. You know, the road is really wide. So we've got Anna, we've got a Poland, Austria, Israel rider, but just 3 of them in the break now. with 55k to go. They're on the major climb of the day. I'm just going to shoot it forward a little bit. 53k to go. Van Vleuten's attacked. And this attack has obviously lit the pace up in the group, because now riders are going out the back. Am I right in think? Well, I mean, this is what she does. Like, this is what she's good at. She goes very long, doesn't she? From a long way out. Do you remember when she won the World Championships in Yorkshire? That was a long old attack she put in there. See, now the bunch is like strung out on the climb a little bit, so there's an injection of pace, but there must only be about 25 riders left in that peloton. So 50k to go. Van Vleuten's on her own. The three are still out in front. The gap is still big. I call that big. Like a 7-minute gap is still big. So Van Vleuten's attacked, which means her teammates don't have to do anything. Everybody else has to commit to chase. Really is a good position for them to be in, because they're now on the offensive. Van Vleuten obviously has to get across to these leaders, or hope the leaders park up and come back to her. The front group has split. The breakaway. She's carrying a musette. You need to get rid of the musette like as soon as possible. Grab what you want, chuck it. Like, don't chuck it in the bush. Like, be considerate, but like, get rid of it. Like, don't carry an extra kilo's worth of food and drink up a climb with you. She's now gone solo with 41k to go. Like, you know, if you're going really well on a good day, that's an hour. And the commentators are saying that, like, this is not a good thing to do because she's broken up the cohesion of the breakaway. You know, at the end of the day, if she's feeling good, and obviously I know the result, that's something we don't know. So if she realises the two riders who are with her aren't as strong as her physically, and she's on a very, very good day, then why not go for it? Like, she knows that she's got a massive on Van Vleuten. Van Vleuten is 5 minutes behind with 40k to go. Like, she knows that's a big gap. So she's chancing it, you know, and why not? It's an Olympic road race. Like, I know those three have got a chance to take all the medals. It is now in her hands. Like, it is now literally, like, you know, 1 versus 1. It's her versus Van Vleuten, and Anna Kaisenhofer, like, fair play to her. Like, when you're fueled by, I guess, an Olympic gold medal, I guess there's a lot of motivation in that. Like, you know that it's you versus Van Vleuten. Holding off Van Vleuten, like, that's just gonna fuel her even more to think, like, I must be on a really, really good day. There was confusion that like, they thought they'd caught everybody. What I often see with, like, women's racing tends to break up a lot easier. You know, that goes for the front of the race and the back of the race. So it can be quite difficult. Keep track of, like, you know, if somebody goes and then comes back, you're like, well, the 3 riders attack or 2? How many have we caught now? But it's very difficult when you're in that situation and you're going really hard and you're in oxygen debt and there's lots of things going on, you know, to be confused. But it's fine to be confused. Cycling is like chess on a bike. Van Vleuten now, 26k to go, still 5 minutes behind, so she's not eating into that gap at all to Anna. Anna Kaisenhofer has either got to, like, completely blow. To lose 5 minutes in 26k, I think you'd have to be going up a big climb, potentially, or you'd have to, like, completely blow. You know, she's been out for 130 odd k, and that's an incredible ride. To even hold off a 10-minute advantage was the biggest advantage. To hold off 10 minutes on some of the best chasing riders in the world, you know, that's a ride and a half. So Van Vleuten's been caught by the bunch with 25k to go. I'm going to shoot forward because I don't feel like much is going to happen. Oh, they're on the motor racing circuit now. I've gone a bit too far ahead now, but I'm 3.5k to go. And the group is still together. All of these riders we all know. They're all the best in the world in a female peloton. Anna's ride makes her one of the best riders in a female peloton. Because if you think about the ride that she's done today, she's, you know, gone on the attack. She's gained a 10-minute advantage. And she's managed to hold on to that. Well, at least finish a little bit in front of these chasers. But you think about the people who have been in the bunch all day and lost 10 minutes. It puts into perspective the effort that she's put in to, you know, get that 10-minute advantage and then lose like 9 or 8.5 minutes of it and finish a minute and a half in front. Like, the effort is much greater, obviously, because you're only working with a couple of riders in the breakaway and you're not sat in the bunch and then getting dropped and losing 10 minutes. Granted, you're probably not trying once you've been dropped, but still, I think, like, massive chapeau to Anna Kaisenhofer. You know, this is Van Vleuten here. That's Marianne Vos. So these guys are just going to bunch here, and she comes up behind, and she's going to go straight over the top now. Yeah, straight over the top. So like that is a perfect time to go. Your teammates on the front. This rider here who I can't see has closed the gap, so she just goes straight over the top. So it's perfect acceleration, perfect time attack. And I'm assuming she's going to stay away to the finish now, but it has been overshadowed by an incredible ride that we've seen today, and I'm blown away. This is just the highlights. Like, I can imagine watching this race must have been like, wow, like they've got this massive gap and it's not coming down. Oh, it's coming down a little bit. No, it's not coming down enough. And like now she's got just over a K to go. She's got 2 minutes advantage. Kaisenhofer, yeah, like chapeau. Like I saw the footage of her when she came across the line, and she just looked like she'd been to space with no oxygen. That's my take on it. Leave yours down below. But thank you for watching. It was well worth it, and I appreciate you watching, listening to my little mini breakdown. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.